Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another one of my Saturday Storytime video where I sit here and I talk about a murder, a mystery, altogether a crime. Sometimes I'll talk about like other things as well, like, you know, just regular story time that I come up in my head. But today's story time is a murder mystery crime. It's not as gruesome as some of the other stories that I have told on Saturdays, but to me it's actually a kind of like, not a funny story, but like a you dumb bitch story. Like that's all I can say. Okay, and if you guys don't know, my name is truet.tj, and I'll be here every Saturday. Let me not say every Saturday. I'll be here on Saturdays to tell you guys a story time. On Saturdays. Almost every Saturday. I'm trying to be almost every Saturday. And if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. Show your girl some support. And for this video, I don't think I really need a disclaimer, but I'm gonna give you guys a disclaimer. This video is about like a plot for murder, set up to murder someone, police involved in it, a hitman, gruesome story, not too much gruesome stories, but you know, a plot to murder somebody. Like, I don't know what to say. So yeah, it's a plot to murder somebody. So today's video, I thought maybe I should do like a light, easy makeup tutorial / storytime Saturday video. If you guys don't know, I'm not that good at doing makeup. I like doing hair more than I like to do makeup, but I was just like, hey, why not? You know, I told you guys I'm gonna give you a variety on Saturdays because I'm a random type of girl, and I don't always just like to sit in front of the camera and just directly talk. Like, I feel like I have to do some things. Sometimes when I'm being lazy, I'll sit up in front of the camera and just talk to you guys, but yeah, I thought today I don't want to be lazy, so I am going to do my makeup because I also want to do another video today. So why not kill two birds with one stone right here, right now? Okay, so yeah, that is what I'm going to talk about today. So yeah, let's get into this video. Okay, so this Saturday story time is about this dumb broad. It's not funny, but it's funny because you'll hear it. I'm gonna let you hear it. And also, all the makeup that I'm going to be using is just like regular makeup from like your beauty supply store or some from MAC. I'm not going to tell you guys all the makeup that I'm going to use because I'm not really that into makeup. Yes, okay? So yeah, just bear with me. Period. That's all I want you to know. Bear with me, period. Okay, so today's Saturday Storytime video is about Dalia. I cannot pronounce shit. Dalia. Dippolite. I'm gonna write the names down somewhere in this video so you guys can know, because if you watch any of my Saturday Storytime video, I suck at pronouncing shit. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I just don't know why I cannot pronounce anything. But yeah, this story is about this dumb lady. Okay, this particular crime happened in Boynton Beach, Florida. Okay, it happened on August the 5th, 2009. Oh, I got my notes over here. So if you guys see me like looking over here sometimes, then you know why. I have my notes. So yeah, this happened in August the 5th, 2009 in Boynton Beach, Florida. The person who committed this crime, her name is Dalia Dippolite, and she is going to try to commit a crime on her soon-to-be husband, Michael Dippolite. Okay, so a little bit of backstory about these guys. So Dalia, they say that she's beautiful, you know, she's very high maintenance, she's very persistent. She's very persistent. Like, she knows exactly what she wants, she knows exactly how to get it, and basically she's the type of woman that's like enemy necessary. Like, I'm gonna get it. Period. Like, that's what a lot of people said about Dalia. Okay, Michael, he's a very hard worker. He loves going to the gym. You know, he makes a lot of money, and you know, he just like living like a really nice life. So does Dalia too. So they both got that in common. So Michael and Dalia met online. Okay, they met on some kind of like dating website or whatever. And when Michael saw Dalia on the website, he immediately like fell for her. He invited her to his place of work to like meet up and chit chat. And oh yeah, side note, FYI, Michael was married to his current wife at the time when he met Dalia. So Michael was basically cheating. Let's be for real, Michael was cheating. So when he met Dalia, She came to his office. They actually hit it off, okay? So he basically fell head over heels quickly. So within months, Michael decided that he wanted to divorce his current wife and, you know, pursue Dalia. So that's exactly what he did. He divorced his wife and he started dating Dalia like full time, I guess. Yeah, that sounds about right, full time. So they was like full-time dating or whatever. Michael and Dalia moved fast. Michael moved fast too because Michael was 30, I want to say 30, 32 at the time, and Dalia was 26. So, you know, he was just like, ooh, I got me a hot little tenderoni here. Like, I got to wife her up before she realized that I'm old fart and might want to move on. I don't know. That's just my theory, period. So they got married, and Dalia immediately started to show her true colors. She immediately started to show her claws. She immediately got her claws into all of Michael's money. Like, Michael was just throwing money like a stripper, baby. He was making it rain on Dalia, you feel me?
I wish there was more guys like Michael.
I want to be making it rain on. I want somebody to make it rain on me. That's what I'm trying to say. That's it. Michael, yeah, he fell in love, and he fell in love hard, and he fell in love hard fast. He fell in love to the point to where after like 3 or 4 months of being married to Dalia, he put her name on all his bank accounts, so she had access to all his funds. Not only did he do that, but the house that they got together, he put it in Dalia's name or whatever. And so basically everything that Michael was getting with Dalia, like, she was part owner. I mean, which is okay because you guys are married. So that's, you know, I guess that's what married people do. I don't know. I've never been married. So, but yeah, I guess that's what married people do. Y'all like put stuff in each other's name or whatever like that. So yeah, that's what Michael did. He put stuff in Dalia's name, I guess to make her feel secure. I don't know. This is just my theory. Okay, so not only was he doing that, but Dalia was spending like all of his money. She spent up so much of Michael's money, it added up to $2,400K. Like, damn, Michael, you got a brother? I'm just saying, or Amy or something, a sister. I'm just saying, but yeah. She spent almost $240K of this man's money, okay? And Dalia was a selfish little bitch. I ain't even gonna lie. She was real selfish. She was a selfish little bitch. Not only was she like, you know, this isn't enough for me, she was just like, you know, I wanted more. I wanted more of Michael's money. Like, if I can't have more, I want all. Period. It wasn't no, oh, I'm gonna share. It was like, if I can't have your money, Michael, I want all of your money. So Dalia knew that Michael had like previous record, like with the police in Boynton County or whatever. So she did so many things to like put this guy in jail. She like set him up, planted drugs in his car, called his job and told him drugs was in his car, called his probation officer, told him that Michael was doing some illegal stuff out of their home. Like, she was trying so hard to get this guy in jail. And after so many failed attempts, you know what I'm saying, Dalia was just like, you know what, fuck it. I am about to get this guy one way or another. So one thing that Dalia did was, since she realized that setting him up or planting drugs on him wasn't working well with the cops, because it was like, his employer knew him, they knew his background, and they knew that that wasn't the type of man Michael was to like want to go back to jail. Like, Michael, he wanted to do better for himself. Like, he didn't want to go back to jail. He wasn't doing anything outside his probation. You know, he was making sure that he was checking in. He was doing everything necessary to stay out of jail. While he thought that someone was following him or trying to set him up, but he never once thought that it was Dalia. Like, he never once put it together like, okay, maybe this broad is trying to set me up. He thought it was like, you know, a jealous person from his past. He thought maybe it was somebody in his neighborhood or someone that he used to run with back in the day. He just thought so many different things to why this was happening to him, but never once did he thought it was Dalia. Okay, so after all these failed attempts, Dalia was just like, you know what? I tried to do it the nice way, Michael. You wouldn't go away. You know, I tried to send you to jail. Nobody would believe that you would ever sell drugs or try to plant them in your or leave them in your car. So I'm just gonna get you killed. And that's exactly what she did. So Dalia reached out to her ex-boyfriend and was just like, hey, Muhammad. His name was Muhammad Johalia. I'm gonna leave his name. You already know. His name was Muhammad Johalia. She had called him up one day and was like, Muhammad, you know, I got this husband. This is just what I think she said. She was like, Muhammad, hey, I got this husband, you know. I done tried so many times to like get this man to go to jail. He is abusive. Like he rapes me. He beats me. He do all these bad things to me, yet I stay. She forgot to say that, but that's just my theory. She was just telling him, you know, like he does all these bad things, and she basically said that she was fearful of her life. So she was just like, you know, she needs him to help her find a hitman to get rid of Michael. And Muhammad at that point was just like, okay, this bitch is crazy. Like, I'm not gonna be no accomplice to this. Like, Muhammad was just like, you know, okay, yeah. He basically told Dalia, yeah, I'll help you out. But instead of him helping her out, what he did was go to the police and tell the police that his crazy ex-girlfriend called him one day saying that she wanted to get her boyfriend, well, her husband, well, Michael was her husband, that she wants to get her husband, you know, murdered or whatever like that. She told him the amount of money that she had, the amount of money that she can give up front, you know, the whole nine. You know, this is Muhammad telling the cops what Dalia was telling him, okay? So, after the cops listened to Muhammad, and the cops told Muhammad, oh, look, well, if this is true, then I'm gonna need your help in setting her up so we can get this on tape, you know, like, they basically were saying that they couldn't take Dalia in custody without any, you know, either probable cause or like, you know, she has to be in a criminated act, basically. Like, they had to catch her in the act. So Muhammad agreed to wear a wire, okay? So Muhammad wore a wire, and he set up a time to meet up with Dalia, okay? They met up in like a parking lot at like some shopping center or whatever. So Dalia met him, and he was talking to her in the car wearing the wire, so the cops was able to hear everything. And so Dalia basically was saying, you know, that she want her husband gone, that she's tired of him, you know, this is a for sure thing, that she's not going to take it back, like, this is something that she really, really want, like, please help me. And so Muhammad was like, okay, well, I got a hitman in mind, how much are you willing to spend? So Dalia's told him that she had $1,200 now, but she can give the hitman $20,000 in all. So Dalia was going to pay this hitman $20,000 to dispose of her husband, basically. Wow, a lot of money. I don't think I can do that for $20,000. Maybe like $20 million. I don't know, because honestly, like, if you go to jail for murder, like, the bond is like over $1 million. So me killing you and to have the chances of getting caught with this $20,000, that's not gonna do nothing. Like, that's a laugh. So I think I'm gonna need more than that. Not trying to say I'll kill somebody. I'm just saying, like, if I was to, I would need more than $20,000. Like, let's be for real. So Muhammad was just like, yeah, Dalia, I'm gonna get back at you. I got this perfect hitman. So once I get in touch with the hitman, I'll give you the info, and y'all know, you can go from there. So Dalia was like, cool. She got out the car. So Muhammad got in touch with the police, and the police basically was like, yeah, we heard everything or whatever like that. When is she trying to meet up with him or whatever, boo, boo, boo. So they got together with this officer. His name was Witty Jean, okay? He worked for the Boynton County Police Station. He was an officer at the Boynton County Police Station. He was posing to be the undercover hitman, okay, for Dalia, all right? So his job was to meet up with Dalia at a parking lot and to discuss the plan to kill her husband, basically. Probably like a couple days after she met with Muhammad, she met with the hitman, which is the undercover cop, remember, okay? So she met with the undercover cop, Witty Jean, and Witty Jean was like this tall black officer, you know. I guess they thought he looked more like a thug, so he probably can pull the role off, whatever. So Witty Jean met with Dalia at a local grocery store parking lot. So they sat and they discussed, Whitty asked the questions, how much money do you have to spend? And Dalia was just like, well, I got $1,200 now to give you, and I'll give you more after the job is done. And the officer was like, the hitman was like, okay, so where do you want me to do this? And Dalia was saying that she wants him to hit him up on Wednesday because she knows that he was going to the bank that morning, talking about Michael, that Michael was going to the bank that morning to get $10,000 out of his bank account. And she was basically saying, like, if you do this for me when he goes to the bank, I know that he's getting $10,000 out. And just because I'm giving you $1,200, once you kill him in public, you could just help yourself to the $10,000 that he's going to take out of his bank account. Just help yourself to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the rest of your payment. So the officer / hitman, he was just like, no, I don't want to do it that way. He was just like, I prefer to go to your house and kill Michael at his home. He don't want to have too many eyes on him, basically. Like, trying to kill somebody in public, he wouldn't have a good chance of getting away. He could get caught easily. So he was just like, he'd just rather do it at his house. But Dalia was so set back. She was not thinking that this hitman would want to come to her house that she shared with Michael. So she was just like, I don't know about that. And the hitman was basically saying, like, look, just give me your key. I'm just going to go in. I'm going to, like, rough some stuff around. I'm like, break some windows, break some glass and stuff like that. And, and I'm going to go up there to Michael's room, because the hitman was going to go early in the morning, like when Michael's sleeping. He was like, I'm going to go up to you and Michael's room that you share, and I'm just going to do 2 shots in the head, period. And he was telling Dalia, like, you should wake up that morning, get all your stuff, go to the gym so you won't be at home. And, when you get a phone call or when you come back home, you're going to see your husband dead. So Dalia was still skeptical about the whole, coming to my house, killing my husband in my house type thing. Like, she wanted to be done in public where everybody can see it. Like, she knew that she had hired a hitman, but she was just like, okay, he could be a thief too. You know what I'm saying? So many things were like going inside her head, going through her head. So, but at the end, she really wanted her husband dead, so she agreed. She agreed to let this man that she never met in her entire life, who's supposedly be some kind of killer, come into her house that she shared with Michael to kill her husband, because she was a selfish little bitch and she wanted all his money. It's pretty much what it is. Okay. So on August the 5th, Dalia left the door unlocked to her house. She got up that morning, got her bag, packed all her stuff, and Dalia was just like, let me get all my valuables, because, not only is this man is a killer, he could be a thief too. So she packed up, like they said, $85,000 worth of jewelry, and she put that all in her workout bag, and she just hopped her merry-go-lucky ass in her car and drove down to the gym, and basically waited there until the job was done, until like somebody called her and asked her to come home. So after all this, the cops was informed. They had the date set up. They had Dalia agreeing to, the murdering of her husband. They spoke to the hitman / police officer, and they basically made like a little setup. They made like a little cop setup, basically, like where they went to Michael's house early that morning because they knew Dalia wasn't going to be there. They woke him up out of his sleep and told him, hey, look, you got to come with us. Your wife is trying to get you killed. Michael Dippolite, he was so distraught. He didn't even know what was going on. He thought it was like a total joke. He thought that he was on some kind of TV show, which he was, because the police called the TV show Cops, because they wanted to make it seem as real as possible. Get her in custody so she can go to jail for attempting to kill her husband or whatever. Okay. I'm getting really thirsty, you guys, so I'm going to have to pause y'all. Okay, I'm back. And the cops came, and they basically set up to where her husband looked like he was dead, but her husband wasn't really dead. They basically were just, I hate this chair. Oh my God, it makes so fucking noise. Jesus, that's what happens when you're trying to be treated by us. Hey, up. doing your makeup and talking to you guys is so hard. Like I'm getting like sidetracked. I can't remember my thoughts. Like shit. So yeah, they called the cops TV show. The cops was out there waiting on Dalia. They had told Michael what was going on. Michael just couldn't believe. He thought he was just tripping. Like, are you serious saying that my wife is trying to kill me right now? Like, and the cops was just like, yeah, but like, your wife's trying to get you hacked. Your wife that you with, the one you chose to marry, she's trying to like get you hacked. She's trying to put you in the ground so she can steal all your money. So the cops quickly took Michael off the scene, you know what I'm saying? And then they brought in like a little what you call them, the things that you like put people in, like when ambulance come and get you. Like, yeah, they had basically one of those out there, and they had it covered up as if Michael's body was in there because he's just been brutally murdered, or whatever. So when Dalia come home, she'll think that everything was real, that nothing was basically fake. Okay. So yeah. So one of the officers, the captain or whatever like that, he calls Dalia and was just like, oh my gosh, Dalia, I'm sorry to inform you, but you know, you need to come home quick. No, he didn't say sorry to inform you. He was like, Dalia, I need you to come home quickly. You know, something happened to your husband and we need to speak with you. And Dalia was just like, oh yeah, sure. Like, I'm right up the street. I'll be there in like a jiffy, like no time. Like, I'm coming. So Dalia gets there. She get off the car and she tried to run into her home that she shares with Michael, just being fake basically. She was being so fake. Oh my gosh, she was being so fake. She tried to run into the home that she see Michael because she see all these cop cars out there. She see the cops TV show out there. So she was just like, oh, I just got to get to my man. You know what I'm saying? I got to get to him. I got to make sure that he's okay. So the cop stopped her and was just like, you know, don't go in the house right now, ma'am. Like, I'm sorry to tell you, but, you know, your husband was killed. Like, he was shot to death. And before the officers even had a chance to say, you know, your husband was killed, Dalia just broke out in tears. Like, she just started crying, like, immediately. And it was just so funny that she would cry immediately like that. Because I was just like, girl, baby, let him get out what he's trying to say before you just go into, like, this hysterical thing, okay? Like, just calm down. Like, he didn't even say the word kill first. You, oh my God. Like, your acting skills suck. Like, damn, I know my acting skills suck, but shit, yours suck even worse. You just a little dumb broad. I'm glad you got what you got. Okay, so yeah, Dalia was just distraught. You feel me? Like, I mean, who wouldn't be? Like, she just got a phone call saying, like, her husband was murdered, you know? She didn't have anything to do with that. Dalia didn't have anything to do with the death of her husband, so of course she was just like in such disarray. Okay, give me a second, you guys. I gotta put on my eyelashes, and yeah, then I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, sorry, I had to do my eyelashes off camera because I couldn't do them on camera. Yeah, that's what I do. And you know that she needed to come down to the police station for questioning and stuff like that. So Dalia agreed. She agreed to come down to the police station. Dumb bitch. And so when she got to the police station, the officers basically asked her questions like, you know, did her husband have any enemies? You know, do you know who would have done this to your husband? You know, like normal questions that police officers will ask you, especially during a murder crime. So Dalia was just like, you know, no, I don't know who would have done this to my husband. Like, of course, yes, he had enemies, and she was talking about his prior record. You know, maybe somebody wanted to kill him because of that. You know, she was throwing around a lot of assumptions, just like a whole lot of assumptions. And the officers, like, after a couple minutes of, like, you know, debriefing her and, you know, telling her shit and stuff like that, the officer was basically like, you know what? I'm tired of this. Like, fuck it. You know what? Your husband's not dead. You know, we know what you're doing. We know what you have done. We know that you try to get your husband killed. And, you know, you're under arrest for attempted murder. Dalia was just so shocked. She just could not believe it. Like, please, you guys, if you have the time, I strongly encourage you to go watch some of these YouTube clips about Dalia. Of course, I wish that I can put this in my videos for you guys, but I can't because YouTube won't let me. They take it out every time I try. But yeah, go on YouTube and then type in her name, and then like you can listen to the recordings. You can listen to all this stuff. Yeah. So back to the story. So Dalia was just like, she was, you know how like you are when you see like your favorite actor, actress, and or your favorite singer or rapper or whatever like that. You just like starstruck. You like a deer in headlights. Like that's kind of like how Dalia looked. I'm not even gonna lie. She was just like so appalled that they had set her ass up. Like, you just couldn't believe it. And then for the icing on the cake, they brought in the hitman. You remember Whitty James, like the undercover cop that's supposed to be the hitman? They had brought him in, and she was just like, they was like, have you ever seen this man before? Dalia was just like,
I never seen this man in my life.
Liar. She saw this man before. So the cops was just like, you know, like, come on, Dalia. Like, we know what you did. We know what you're doing. Like, just come on and tell the truth. But she did not want to tell the truth, you guys. Like, she stuck to her guns. Like, she was just like, she had nothing to do with this. This was a setup. She can't believe that the cops would do this to her. It was everybody's fault, but it's her fault. Like, she wasn't taking the blame in nothing. And just to let you guys know, like, when this case went to trial, like, Dalia started to, like, get some kind of, I don't know, like she started conjugating some kind of stupid shit saying that, oh, her, Muhammad, and Michael, which was her husband at the time, came together and they wanted to like get more publicity and like fame, so they decided to like pretend like they was going to kill Michael. Also, they can get on a TV show called Cops. Like, she just started saying all this shit. Like, she did not know that Cops was going to come out there. The police officer called them out there. The police department did. So she didn't know anything about the TV show Cops being there until she actually got on the scene where they was telling her that her husband was murdered. Like, she didn't know. And even when she was on that show, I mean, even when she was on the scene, she still didn't even know that that those were Cop TV shows. She thought that there was just like cops there because, you know, her plan went, like her plan took, like somebody came and killed her husband, and it was not gonna be her fault because she had absolutely nothing to do with it. So yeah, she came up with that elaborate story. It took a while for them to actually deliberate and give her a sentence, you know what I'm saying? Like, but Dalia, my opinion, like, something was wrong with you, girl. Like, why would you try to kill your husband? Like, get your own money. Like, you a pitiful excuse for a woman to want to sit here and try to kill your own husband who just wanted to, like, love you and give you the world. Like, he would have gave you everything you wanted if you would have just been, like, a good wife. You probably was one of them bitches that couldn't even fucking cook or knew how to wash a dish, let alone even know how to turn on a dishwasher. You look like you was one of them women, okay? So you finally found somebody who wanted to give you the world, but you was too selfish because you just want to take from people and keep it for yourself. You wasn't even like, I'm going to take for this man and give it to the poor. You literally just wanted to take from him, use him, and to your own satisfaction. And that's my case is you're a bummy, okay? You're a bummy and you're a dummy. So, you guys, she got 16 years in prison for this type of felony offense. It can be up to 30 years between, I think it was like 8 months to 30 years. Like, that's a big ass gap. But the judge, you know, they saw through all her lies. They saw through even her lawyer lies. And they was basically giving her, you know, I feel like a wrong deal, but I guess if she would have got worse if it was actually true and her husband was actually murdered. So they only gave her 16 years, which I think she could have at least did like 20, 25. Period. Like, you try to end somebody's life. Like, they kill black people and cops get away for murder with less sentencing. And you didn't even kill nobody and you got 16 years, which I feel like you should have gotten more. Let's be clear. I feel like cop killers should get more. I feel like anybody who kills should get the life. Period. But you should have got the max, at least 30 years. Even though, thank the Lord, your husband didn't die, you should at least still got 30 years. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah, that is the story of Dalia Dippolite and her husband, Michael Dippolite. How she tried to kill her husband to gain access to all his money, which she already had access to when she tried to get all his housing and cars and his financial stuff. Like, she just didn't want to work. She just wanted all his stuff given to her, handed to her, and basically he either go to jail or die. But since she couldn't send his ass to jail, she thought the next best thing was to kill him. You know, so thank God that her ex-boyfriend wasn't a dummy and knew that this was a bad idea and that he had to like tell on her so he wouldn't be in jail now. Like a lot of people were saying that they felt like he should have went to jail too, but I don't feel like he should have went to jail because he actually did the right thing. He went to go tell the cops. It wasn't like he did it at first and then had an epiphany and decided like, oh, okay, now I want to tell the cops. No, you know, he did the right thing. He told the cops at the very moment that he got off the phone with her. He went and told the cops exactly what she was asking of him to do. So I feel like Muhammad did a really good thing. Thank you, Muhammad. We need more people like you. Okay? So yeah. That's dummy of the day. That's of Dalia. And I'm not going to tell you guys where she is currently in her prison sentence because I really don't care. I know that her release date, in case you guys are wondering, is August 24th, 2032. So she's going to be in jail for a long ass time. And this story took place in 2009 too. She even called Michael and asked Michael to pay her lawyer fees because she didn't understand why she was in jail. So she asked the man who she was trying to kill to pay her lawyer fees. I don't understand bitches. I don't understand bitches. So yeah, I don't understand bitches. I don't understand her. Period. So yeah, that's the story how Dalia Dippolite tried to kill her husband, but it failed and it backfired and it blew up in her face. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into my Saturday story time. I hope to see you next Saturday. Bye.